Hi guys, so today I'm going to be making lasagna. Now there are two ways to make lasagna, okay? There's the one where you make everything from scratch, okay? Which I will show you how to do. But there's also, if you've had a really busy day and you want to have a nice quick version of doing it, you can use convenience foods in order to make it quicker for you. Okay, so I'm now going to show you how to do it from scratch. Okay, so you're going to need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, or any oil really, it doesn't really matter what you use. We've got 400 grams of minced beef, then we've got 1 onion, 2 garlic cloves, a carrot, 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. We're going to be making up some beef stock, and I'm popping in some courgette and mushrooms. So obviously I'm using fresh ingredients, but you don't have to. It's only because I went shopping yesterday that I've got some fresh in. If you have got vegetables that are in the freezer, you can use them. Any vegetables that you actually enjoy, pop them in. You don't have to stick to these particular vegetables. Right, so first thing I'm going to do then is pop the hob on, okay? And then you want about a tablespoon of your oil, okay, popped into a frying pan, like so. And then you're going to pop your mince in, okay? So you want to break your mince up, okay, like so. And then we want to brown it off. Okay, so this is what your mince should look like once it's cooked. So nice and brown, okay? You don't want no red bits in there because it will still be raw, okay? So make sure it's really brown. Okay, so we know it's cooked. Once you've done that, what you want to do is transfer your mince into like a different container. So like I've got a bowl here, okay? So we've got the frying pan free to do the vegetables once we've prepped them. All right. Okay, so next we're going to prep our veg, okay? So first of all, I've peeled the carrot, okay? And I'm now slicing that up. So I'm slicing it up quite thinly, okay? So for the last little bit, all right? And then we can pop that to one side. Okay, so I'm just going to do the same with the courgettes. So I'm just slicing it up, but then I'm going to put them into quarters, like slice them in half, turn around and slice the other way. So they're sort of this size, and pop them to one side too. Okay, so slice up the mushroom. Ready to go to one side, like so. Okay, so obviously you want to slice your onion up too. As you can see, I'm using a red onion. That's only because that was all I could get at the supermarket yesterday. So you can use normal brown onions, it's fine. So as I said, you need 2 garlic cloves, okay? So with the garlic clove, when I say a garlic clove, I mean just one of these little things here, not the whole bulb of a garlic, okay, because that'd be rather strong. So you want 2 like this, okay? So what you want to do is top and tail them, so taking the ends off, just chopping the ends off, okay, like so, and then you can then peel the skin off around them, like that. So you're left with a clove that looks like that, okay? Now, I've got a garlic press, okay, which pop it in, and you can then squeeze it out, like so. But if you haven't got one of these, don't worry, because all you need to do is, with that garlic clove, is chop it up really finely, okay? So small bits like this. Okay, so you want to put another tablespoon of olive oil, or any oil you've got, into the pan, okay? And then, if you're having carrot, because it's a lot harder than the other vegetables, I'd start with cooking that off first, okay? So add that to the pan, alright? And you want to start mixing it around and cooking them until they're quite soft and you can break them up with a spoon, okay? Okay, so once your carrot's then cooked, okay, and softened, you're then going to add in your other vegetable. So whichever vegetables you choose, obviously your onions, and if you've got fresh, great. If you haven't and you're using frozen, that's fine, you can pop them in now, okay? So we're going to cook that for about 5 to 6 minutes now. so whilst your vegetables are now cooking off, okay, we're going to make up beef stock. So like I said, 2 beef stock cubes, all right, pop them in, okay, and then you're going to add 400 ml of boiling hot water, okay. So be careful when you're doing this, all right. You might want to get some help or someone, because obviously kettles will be quite heavy. And just stir that until the cubes have dissolved, okay, like so. Now your vegetables should be looking nice and well on the way to being cooked. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add in the garlic, okay, and then we're going to cook it for a further 2 minutes. Okay, so let's give that garlic a mix in with the rest of the vegetables. So now we'll leave that to cook for another 2 minutes. Okay, so once you've given your garlic a couple of minutes to cook, we're then going to add in the beef again. Okay, so put that in, mix that around with the vegetables. Okay. So once that's all combined, we're then going to add in the tin tomatoes. So like I said, there's 2 tins tomatoes. Mix them in as well. Be careful not to smash yourself. Then once that's all mixed in, you're then going to add in your beef stock that you made up. So pop that into. So there's quite a lot going in the pan, so it's going to have to be quite a big pan. Okay. Alright, so you've got a nice big mix. Okay, so what you want to have is, so your pan starts bubbling like this, okay, so the mix starts bubbling, okay. Once it starts bubbling, just reduce the heat down a little bit, okay, and then you just want it to be simmering, so it's just really small bubbles on the surface, okay. And you're going to leave it for about 45 minutes, okay, for the sauce to thicken up, alright. Okay, so once you've done about 45 minutes of letting your mix simmer, okay, it will be nice and thick like this, okay, so it's now ready to dish up. Okay, so obviously you've seen how to make the from scratch version. Now if you decide that you want a much quicker way of doing it, okay, we're going to just use a very quick way of using sauces, okay. So obviously you need your beef mince, okay. If you're vegetarian, you can use corn mince or any other alternative, okay, or you might prefer to use just vegetables and skip the mince altogether, okay. So as well as that, you're going to need a jar of bolognese sauce. Anyone will do, doesn't have to be this make. This makes it a lot quicker, so basically the other videos show you how to make the sauce from scratch. This is the sauce in a jar already done for you. So as well as the bolognese sauce, you can use either white sauce or cheese sauce to layer up the lasagna. You're going to need some cheese as well, and also you're going to need some lasagna sheets. You can use whatever kind of vegetables you want in this. I'm not adding any vegetables tonight because my kids have had enough of me giving them vegetables for this week. So we're going to skip the vegetables out of this and make a really plain lasagna. Okay, so we're going to preheat the oven. So I'm going to put it on about 180, okay? And then we can start frying our mince. So like in the other version that you just seen from scratch, we're going to pop the mince on the hob and then we're going to brown it off. Okay, so once your mince is browned off, okay, you can then use your jar of sauce. Okay, pop that in and give it a good mix up. Okay, so these next steps are exactly the same whether you're using the made from scratch bolognese mix or if you're using the convenient one, okay? Just have your bolognese mix there along with your cheese sauce or your white sauce, whichever you prefer, your lasagna sheets and some cheese. Okay, so you're going to need a dish like this, okay? Obviously, if you're just cooking for yourself, you can reduce the amounts that you make and use a smaller dish, or you can always freeze it once it's cooked and then cooled down. You can pop it in the freezer, okay, and then have it on another day. So we're going to put in the first layer, which is the bolognese mix. Okay, so once we pop that on the bottom of our dish, we are then going to layer on some pasta sheet.